Well, I'm glad you asked, because figs are a very popular fruit here in Florida. I'm holding in here in my right hand a black mission fig, and I'm got to think that that was the first one that was introduced to Florida. After all, fig trees are not indigenous to North America. They were brought here by the Spanish. Probably the English brought a little bit too, but more over the Spanish. Figs here in Florida can produce 2 crops a year easily, sometimes 3 depending on our weather. And they're pretty cold hardy. They make good roots, but however there is one negative that you have to watch out for, and that is nematodes. So if you happen to be in an area where previously, maybe where your home is or where you're planting the fig, there was a lot of citrus trees, the chances are real good you're going to have a little parasite in the ground called a nodding nematode. And they love fig roots. So how do we prevent them from getting to the fig root? Well, when you plant your tree, a little trick that I found out is to take like a 5-gallon bucket and totally cut the bottom out of it. Sink it down in the ground where you just have maybe an inch of the bucket sticking above the ground. Plant your fig tree in some soil that you've bought so that you know it's sterile, so to speak, that there's no little bugs or little nematode running around in it. Nematodes operate in the first 16, 18, 20 inches of the top of the ground. So now then we force the fig roots down below the nematodes, and you'll have a real successful tree growing. Again, you don't want to overwater, and you don't want to fertilize with a harsh fertilizer. Little bitty fiber roots from a small fig tree are very susceptible to root fungi. So that's key there. You don't want to overwater. Also, be aware that if you do get some fungi, you want to use a good fungicide like a copper fungicide or a multi-purpose fungicide. So those are 2 little important things. And your fig will grow up to be a bush-like unless you want to train it to be a tree.
Rocas.